Hello everyone, my name's Holly Mackay. I'm Managing Director of the Platforum. I'm joined today in our CEO on a Sofa series of interviews with Patrick Mill, who's the Sales Director for Alliance Trust, and our new modern piece of art, the elephant in the room, which will be topical as I talk to you today, Patrick, so thanks for coming in.
Not a problem.
Patrick, Alliance Trust, in terms of advisor platforms, you're a kind of new player. Do you want to just tell people, who Alliance Trust are, where you've come from?
Yes, certainly, Holly. I mean, you're right. It's been a direct-to-consumer platform for 25 years, so it's been in existence, and it's built up over time, added different investment vehicles. In October 2010, we decided that we would like to enter the advisor market. So for about 18 months, we've been talking to different advisors about what their requirements are for platforms, how we can meet those requirements. And we are starting to get good levels of support from the advisor market. Is the proposition final? No, we are still working on that. We're still improving it as we go along. But what we've been really pleased about is the reaction we've had from advisors, and advisors seeing that actually we're offering something different that they can build into their proposition.
Okay, so what exactly is it? It's GIA, ISA
and SIP
as well.
Yeah.
And you offer, because of an investment trust background, you offer listed securities.
Yeah, we do. We offer listed securities, open architecture on investment trusts, so we have all the investment trusts on the platform, ETFs, the normal funds. So yes, so quite a broad spectrum of investments.
Okay. And what are the assets on the platform? And can you tell us how much of that's direct, how much is from advisors?
Yeah, we've got roughly 3.6 billion on the platform. Currently, about 400 million of that is from the advice space.
Okay.
So 3.2 from the direct space.
Okay. And what sort of advisors are using you? Is it, if you sort of try and explain in a succinct sentence what you do and what you're good at, is cheap and cheerful unfair?
Completely unfair, I think I would say. I'm not sure it's about which advisors are using us, as more about what clients are advisors using us for, because I think that what we're offering is something differential for the end client. So because of pricing, investment choice. So the majority of our advisors are using us for a particular segment of their customer base, rather than using us wholesale across all their client base.
Okay. And what sort of client would that be? I imagine it's someone who wants to hold some esoteric assets, possibly things they can't get on the more mainstream platforms.
I think they're using us for three main reasons. Absolutely that one, Holly. Absolutely, in terms of if people want a wider investment choice, so for that. Secondly, around pricing. I'm sure we'll talk about pricing, but we have a unique, in the advised platform space, pricing model, which means that 75,000 plus people start to get a real competitive advantage by placing business with us. And thirdly, where people are looking at their platform proposition and seeing that actually, clearly one platform won't be the answer, and they're trying to look for a platform that complements their existing platform. So and we're finding quite a lot of interest in us having that position.
Okay, well, let's talk about pricing. You've got quite a unique stance where I guess you would say, and this is where we bring in the elephant, my friend here in the room, is actually basis points pricing. You don't think that's fair? You've got a different approach.
Yeah, it is a different approach, and I suppose what I'd liken it to is pay as you go. So actually, all we charge is when we do something. We don't believe basis points is fair. We don't see why someone with a large investment should pay for any more than a smaller investment when we're not actually doing anything more. So we charge for buying and selling, and we charge a wrapper fee, because obviously there are returns that we make to the inland revenue and things. So we only charge for when we do something.
Okay, and let's get specific if we can. What are the wrapper fees and what's the transaction fee?
Yeah, and transaction fees are £12.50. So if you buy a fund, investment trust, share, £12.50. If you sell, again, £12.50. In terms of the wrapper fees, the ISA is £25 plus VAT, and the SIP is £135 plus VAT.
And those are the only costs investors will pay. And the rebates from the fund managers
go directly, all of them go directly back to the client.
Okay. I guess another elephant in the room when people talk about Alliance Trust is your pricing levels. I mean, that is pretty cheap. Is that sustainable?
It is sustainable. It's absolutely sustainable. We are totally committed to that pricing model. We think it's fair. We think it's right. We think it's good value for the client and for the advisor. And it is a sustainable model.
Okay. At those levels?
I don't think anyone's going to sit here, Holly, and guarantee that those levels will continue forever. I mean, you know, we don't know where costs will go. You know, we're committed to those levels at this moment in time, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that's going to be forever.
No, unfair question, possibly, but it is. I think it is interesting. You know, Alliance Trust have come out. People have been talking about different platform charging models for a while, and you know, advisors have said to me for a long time, what about a fixed fee per advisor firm to their platform? So I think we'll see moves moving forward. What sort of, you've mentioned £75,000 plus, so because of that charging structure, you think you're typically best suited probably to larger clients. You are quite unusual, as in you are accepting of the fact that you may well be used by most advisors as a secondary platform. Can you talk us through that thinking a wee bit? Most of the platforms out there sort of at the moment are still saying we want the land grab, we want to be everything to our advisors.
I think it's about being realistic about, you know, what we are. We believe that we absolutely have some real differentiators, you know, investment choice, price, but that probably won't suit all clients in a client base. And you know, we've heard from the FSA, you know, we've heard of the recent events that you've been holding, the FSA coming out saying that, you know, one platform won't be the answer, and we agree with that. And we are more interested in terms of saying, actually, we're adding to your proposition because we have something very different, and for a certain set of customers, absolutely, we're the right choice. Will that be primary? Possibly, but probably not. And we're acceptant and we're happy that we are a secondary platform.
Okay, that's interesting. I guess a sort of final comment, the sort of personal sort of interest bit. It's always nice to sort of bring people to life. What's your hidden talent? If you weren't in fact, if you had to go on Britain's Got Talent, what would be your act, Patrick?
I would not get anywhere near Britain's Got Talent. I'm not sure I've got any hidden talents. If I wasn't in financial services, and I think that probably most people have fallen into financial services rather than, oh yes, that's what I want to be at 8. I would probably be still living on the farm that my mum and dad own and working on that, I expect.
Oh, well, maybe you'll get back there one day.
Yeah, it's nice for weekend breaks, I have to say.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for telling us a wee bit about Alliance Trust. I think it's a really interesting model. You're making some waves, so good luck with it, and see you at our next roadshow.
Okay. Thank you, Holly.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.